Recently, two of the official Cabal servers, Cabal GSP and Cabal PH, were suddenly shut down. With this development, many rumors have been spreading in other servers that Cabal is nearing the end of its life. But how true is this claim? Well, to answer that, we first need to examine why these servers are shutting down in the first place by taking a look at the latest server gone, Cabal PH. It is currently the 10th of June 2024, and at the moment, the official Cabal PH or CPH team have yet to issue an official statement on the reason behind it shutting down. Only a sunset notice, and a surprisingly cold one at that. Most of what we know of the reason for the shutdown is actually leaked information from a stream by Dylan Plays. For those who are unfamiliar with Dylan, he is undoubtedly the most famous Cabal player in the Philippines. This is in part due to his prowess in mission wars, tournaments, and popular clips during the earlier days of Cabal. Even in the weeks before the shutdown announcement, Dylan was often invited to official streams with the CPH management because of his ever-reigning influence and recognition within the community. On May 8, 2024, Dylan went live on his Facebook page to talk about the sunset announcement and, more importantly, a meeting he was a part of with fellow veteran Cabal players, Cabal PH managers, and representatives from the Cabal PH publisher, PlayPark. Unfortunately, the VOD of the stream explaining the meeting has been deleted by Dylan, so out of respect for Dylan, I also won't show you footage from it. What I can link instead is his stream immediately after, which heavily alluded to and confirmed the information I'm about to tell. During the earlier days of May, some players were invited to a meeting which contained no official agenda. In this meeting, the players were unexpectedly told of the shutdown of Cabal PH that would take place a month later. After hearing this, the players offered to buy the rights of publishing or demand at least a server to merge their accounts with, both to which were answered with no. The PlayPark representatives then discussed that this decision was not from them, but from EST Games themselves, the actual owners of Cabal. Dylan continues to explain that the two owners at EST in charge of Cabal have parted ways, and within this parting came the unfortunate decision to quote-unquote wipe out Cabal. He then ended the story here, the rest of his stream focusing more on consoling his fellow players in the chat that were watching at the time. Fortunately though, Dylan was kind enough to entertain the questions that some viewers, and maybe you guys, have. First of all, why is he telling us all this? Why should we trust in the things he says? He answers this by telling us that right immediately after the meeting was held, he noticed that so many players began rush selling their equipment and alls to other players who had no idea about the eventual closing. Dylan felt that letting these players buy the seemingly cheap alls was massively unethical to let happen. So to prevent this from continuing, he and the CPH management rushed to get the shutdown notice out as soon as possible. Then what is the reason for EST wanting to wipe out Cabal? The truth is, Dylan doesn't actually know. He didn't say it during the live stream, but he implied that the PlayPark representatives did not know either. Dylan does, however, have some theories to this answer that he based on what he knows of the EST partners. First is that EST have recently been showing interest in crypto and NFT projects. Dylan thinks they may start going into the direction of making games with NFTs, and that shutting down the Cabal department may allow them to focus on this. Second is that EST Games are finally about to release the other successor of Cabal Online, Cabal Red. Everyone knows of the massive failure that was the launching of Cabal 2, and we may assume that EST heavily attributes its failure to the loyalty of Cabal Online players to the original, so it may make sense for EST to shut down all Cabal Online servers first to ensure that its player base devote themselves to Cabal Red instead. And the last reason may be that EST just doesn't want to work on Cabal anymore. They may have just been already satisfied with the success of Cabal and that continuing to develop it doesn't fulfill their drive in making games anymore. I hope that everyone who watched this video know that this is all just speculation. This video was my interpretation of a stream of another person who supposedly experienced this meeting without showing us any real proof. I'm not calling Dylan a liar or anything, but I just hope you guys don't do anything rash or start spreading rumors when there is no proof for them. Even if this turns out to be true, I doubt that other servers will shut down anytime soon. It may take months or even years if EST has any ounce of desire to be a respectable company afterwards. When the shutdown notice in CPH was dropped, the Cabal NAEU and BR servers publishers Play This Game issued this statement, assuring everyone that it has no plans in the near future to shut down. Also, if you spotted anything wrong with the information I said, please don't hesitate to correct me in the comments down below. Cabal PH was one of the most addicting and fun games I played throughout my childhood. Even though I was never really part of any guild, or the community in general, it will always have a soft spot in my heart, probably until the day I die. As a final goodbye to this server, and every person that made it the game it was, I will now play the final 10 seconds of Cabal PH. Thank you for watching this video.